What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage, and I'm back with another video. Now, the day ones determined today we're talking about the Washington Wizards. The day ones also saw the last video like a good 30 minutes before it was uploaded, and that's because they've been following your boy on Witch. Follow me on Witch if you want to be a part of the gang. But yeah, they voted for me to talk about the Wizards today, and no problem. I'm from that area. Every now and then I'll get a DM on Instagram talking about, how'd you get so funny? Oh my God. It's like, nah, let me not play with y'all like that. But real shit, the reason why I talk this way and some people think I'm ignorant and casual when in reality it's just my demeanor, it's cause I'm from the fucking DMV. If you're not funny, if you can't make fun of people, and you weren't born to live life on easy mode, it's up for your little ass. On God, it's up for you. But anyway, how did a Washington football team, a football team that literally lost its name and is called the Washington football team, somehow turn their franchise around before a team that had an all-star on it? Well, let's find out. So without further ado, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video and let's get right to it. So all troll aside though, how did this happen to the Washington Wizards? This is a franchise that hasn't seen the finals since the 70s. Hell, they haven't even seen the Eastern Conference Finals. But at the same time, they have had good battles in the semis, and even though they lost in the second round to a 5'9" man, it was extremely debatable that the Wizards were even on the come up. But let me just cut right to it. Their star point guard John Wall, for the love of God, could not stay healthy. And he always got hurt at the worst time too. And it was always a heel. Like, he has the worst heels in NBA history. First, it was the left heel in 2018, which he did return to make the playoffs, and he did average 26 and 11 that series. But they probably don't even have to play Toronto in the first round if John Wall's there for more than half the year. And even though he wasn't a good shooter, it's a good chance if he didn't miss half of the damn season right before the playoffs, he doesn't go 4 games in a row without making a 3. Oh, but Sage, he actually did play. He played 4 fucking games and only one of them was back-to-back. And even then, the Wizards sat him down a couple of games. Shut your bitch ass up. After being eliminated by Toronto, though, John Wall did return next year and did play the first 32 games. But then, you guessed it, that damn heel. At first, it was nagging him, so he was just sitting down. But then, apparently, dude falls down some stairs and tore that shit. And then it was up, like he never played for the Wizards again. So yeah, when your franchise point guard, especially a point guard that was giving you 20 plus and 10 a night, just doesn't play for your team, yeah, that can be pretty bad, especially considering you paid him $40 million. But there was one saving grace for the Washington Wizards. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Bradley Beal. Well, I shouldn't really say meet Bradley Beal because he's been there, but Bradley Beal the whole time was a young talent and certainly a talented scorer. It's just sad the fact that once John Wall was completely out, Bradley Beal ascended to a walking 30 bomb. And honestly, that's why the Wizards suck.
Oh, Sage, wait, no. So you're saying that because a player ascended to score 30 points a night, that same player is the reason this franchise sucks? No, fuck that logic.
By no stretch of any imagination whatsoever am I blaming Bradley Beal for the reason this franchise can't make a team around Bradley Beal. However, Bradley Beal becoming such a great player caused a lot of pressure for the Wizards to suddenly not rebuild. In the same 3 years which John Wall just could not stay healthy, Bradley Beal went on to average 22, then 25, then 30. And again, I don't blame Bradley Beal for becoming a better player, but the reality of the situation is it confused the fuck out of the Wizards. They did not know what to do. As a result, their identity became, well shit, we have Bradley Beal. The roster isn't designed for anything whatsoever. They got Russ because it's all you could get for John Wall, and it just screams, well shit, we have Bradley Beal. Hell, even their play style screams, well shit, we have Bradley Beal. Not gonna lie, I hate the when he's on the court and off the court stats because duh, you take a really good player off the fucking court and the team gets worse. No shit, Sherlock. But have y'all seen the Wizards when Bradley Beal's not on the court? Them niggas running cardio. I guess the defense gets better because Bradley Beal himself is not a good defender, but them niggas is just running cardio. They probably have more stamina on defense because they ain't gonna score the ball. And when he's on the court, it's like, oh my God, how did you miss him? He has the ball in his hands for at least 20 seconds every fucking play. They even started running Russ off ball sometimes. Like, they finally started fixing that shit, but when that was happening, I'm like, all right, bro, come on. And the plays that he don't, and they actually run Bradley Beal off ball, it's a Scott Brooks play. What the fuck you expect? It often fails, 1, or 2, guess what? It's designed for Bradley Beal. Like, I'm gonna conclude with this so we can move on to how the Wizards could fix this, but the Wizards are an actual terrible roster. Like, I know I just did a video on the T-Wolves. This Wizards roster is a lot worse. From top to bottom, they do nothing well. This team definitely has a bottom 3 roster, and Bradley Beal is not gonna be your bailout card. So how do you fix this shit? Well, let's get the obvious one out the way. You can smoke that Beal pack. And the return for him is gonna be crazy easy, we all know this. This is a guy that dropped 60 on Philly and 41 on Utah. However, for this specific team in this specific situation, I think they have to get a young stud in the trade. There is no trade Bradley Beal for like 5 first and ball up in the draft. There is none of that shit. Why? Well, let's talk about your Brody, Russell Westbrook. Now, I literally just got done making a somewhat video about Russell Westbrook, right? Whether you believe he's overrated or underrated, cool, power to you. But one thing is for certain is that even though, yes, he does turn the ball over, and at the end of the day, yes, Russ gon' Russ. But a part of Russ is the fact that even though, yes, it's gonna come with turnovers, it's gonna come with 10 assists. And if you're trading for young talent, you might as well run, right? You know who can play at a high pace? Russell Westbrook. See, I'm under the mindset that unless you get another terrible contract, Russ cannot be moved. His pack cannot be smoked. So the next best thing you can do is get young talent around Russ. One of those talents be someone you know is a hit, like a Jaylen Brown, a John Collins. You get the point. I'm not a fucking trade machine. But if you surround Russ with that kind of talent, 2 things are bound to happen. One, your team's probably gonna actually start winning games. I don't know about calling him a lock for the playoffs necessarily, but we can say whatever the fuck we want about Russ, but we know at the end of the day, if it's just Russ there and he's the primary ball handler and option, somehow, some way he wins you games. And especially in the Eastern Conference, he's gonna win you more games than you should win. Combine that with the fact that yes, even though you'll lose Bradley Beal in this situation, the results of the trade will end up in a deeper, younger, and yet better team. And I'm not saying it's the direction that I would personally choose, but trading Beal and telling Russ and a bunch of young guns to ball up is not a bad strategy at all. And it accomplishes the main thing the Wizards need, direction. Because again, they don't know what the fuck they're doing outside of, hey, Bradley Beal's on the team. Now, do you guys want to know what I would do? I'm calling every single Wizard on my roster, and I'm talking to them like this. None of your jobs are safe. No cap. I know damn well y'all don't even want to be here, and I don't want you here anymore. Like, Russ, fuck trades. You can get cut, my nigga. What's up? Fuck all the bullshit. I'm either A, getting a top 3 pick, or B, I'm getting a superstar on this team. And Russ, whenever said player gets here, I swear to God, if you on Russ timing, again, you can get cut, my nigga. Your money's guaranteed. You don't care? I really don't care. I'm looking Bradley Beal in the eyes. I'm saying thank you. Draft night, pack your bags. Because even if the Wizards win out on the draft somehow and get the #1 overall pick, let's size the hell out of their luck. Shit me, why can't I get more? What's to stop me from calling Minnesota and or Golden State and to hit them niggas up like, you don't want them other niggas, bro. You want Beal, mo.
Oh, Sage, where's the difference though? You said trade Bradley Beal. That's probably what they're looking for anyway. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, one, I just talked about young talent. Young talent does not equate to a superstar and or top 3 pick. But 2, I'm not different enough for you. Okay, bet. Hey, Rui, draft night, pack your bags. Look, here's my thing with Rui, okay? In no way, shape, or form am I calling him a bust. I don't think he sucks. He's not complete trash, okay? But for certain, I do believe he's one of those high floor, low ceiling players. He's pretty skilled at basketball. I wouldn't call it phenomenal or special or anything, but that actually sums it up perfectly. He's like a decent ass nigga. He's either decent at everything or he sucks at it. I wouldn't say he's the best playmaker in the world. He's an okay shooter, I guess. Certainly has defensive potential, but as of right now, he doesn't know how to stay in front of his man for too long. That's chopped up the footwork. I do think he'll get that in time, but that's probably like the one anomaly that I see Rui ever being good, if not great at. Everything else I just imagine being so average, which don't get it twisted. Being an average offensive player and a good defender is a hell of a thing. But right now, I think the Wizards really need to get that marquee guy. They need to get that guy they can trust their franchise with. And I'm sorry, but I don't look at Rui Hachimura as a guy that I'm like, okay, whoa, you're going too far. I won't give you that. And I fully believe that Bradley Beal and Rui Hachimura, even if they can't get you #1 or #2 for whatever reason, for a fact can get you #3. And the only reason you don't do that is if you don't think that next big thing is at #3, which in that case, have the same approach for next year's draft. Or shit, if some superstar becomes on the block all of a sudden, like better than Cat superstar though, because why the fuck would you get Cat? You seen what happens when Cat is by himself.
Oh, Sage, why would a superstar just randomly be on the block?
James Harden was randomly on the block. Them niggas couldn't win a chip, threw a temper tantrum and said, bet, everyone get the fuck. Did it terribly too, but that's for a different video. Either way, my ideology isn't even that complex. It's to store up all the assets possible to get that guy any means possible. Who is the Wizards' last great player? Not like a John Wall or a Bradley Beal or a Gilbert Arenas or Caron Butler. I'm talking about an MVP caliber player, an undoubtable superstar. Elvin Hayes, like bro, the Wizards haven't had that guy for a long time, for some of you ever, and I think it's long overdue that they aim for that. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. If you guys like the video, If you like my content, subscribe. Why the fuck you watching my shit and you're not subscribed? And it's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all tomorrow. Take care and stay blessed. Clueless.
It's young Phantom, yeah, I got the cannon. If a nigga talk too much, I gotta blame him. I wonder where the hate come from. Gotta be a dum-dum, undercover someone. You one of my children. Is it the paper, the moolah, the haters, the rumors, the leaked news of me and your shorty in Kama Sutra? I might just shoot you, guns blazing, my little Ruger. It's not a blooper, in the Honda I just maneuver. Italian spot where they serve my fettuccine. Make sure my linguine super steamy and not too creamy. Toasty panini, couple bites of tortellini. I'm feeling dreamy, phone buzzing, she wanna see me. On my way to the biddy, you know the vibes, bro. My drip is hydro, big waves up in my Tado. I'm in a Tahoe, big body Uber on time home. While me and my driver talking bullshit, smoking tobacco.